नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, पश्चिम खानदेश भिल्ल सेवा मंडळ नंदुरबार संचलित अनुदानित प्राथमिक व माध्यमिक आश्रमशाळा सांगवी तालुका शिरपूर जिल्हा धुळे तर्फे मी श्री विलासकुमार मधुकर मराठे आजच्या या आपल्या तासाला आपले सर्वांचे हार्दिक स्वागत करतो। सुस्वागतम सुस्वागत। विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आज आपण इयत्ता 8वी विषय गणित सेमी इंग्रजी माध्यम या विषयाचा आपण अभ्यास करणार आहोत। फ्रेंड्स, we are familiar with number system. In earlier standard we have learned about number systems like natural numbers, whole numbers and integers. Today we are going to learn about rational numbers and irrational number. But previously let's recall some concepts about number system. First of all, natural number. Also called as counting numbers. नॅचरल नंबर किंवा काउंटिंग नंबर्स म्हणजे काय हे आपण मागच्या इयत्तेमध्ये शिकलोय। द नंबर्स विच आर यूज्ड टू काउंट द थिंग्स आर कॉल्ड as natural numbers or counting numbers, and therefore if we counting some things, then we start from 1 2 3 4 and so on. Therefore the group each form of the number are called as natural number, and this group is denoted by capital letter n. Therefore n is a natural number which are starting from 1 and they are infinite in numbers. Again, if we perform some basic mathematical operations like addition, multiplication, subtraction and division on these natural numbers. Suppose we are doing addition on any two natural number. Suppose we take a natural number 5 plus another natural number 7, then 5 plus 7 is equal to 12, then 12 is also a natural number. Therefore if we perform the addition operation we have no difficulty, because addition of any two natural number is again a natural number. Similarly, if we perform the next operation multiplication on natural number, suppose we take 3 and another natural number is 2, then 3 multiplied by 2 means 6, again we got a natural number. Therefore for addition and multiplication operation we have no difficulty. But if we perform the subtraction on natural number, in this operation if we do the subtraction of any two natural number, suppose 4 minus 2 is 2, it is again natural number, means lesser number is subtracted from a bigger number, then we get a natural number. But when we subtract two similar number from each other, means we take 4 also 4 and 4 minus 4 is 0, and this number is not seen in this group. Therefore when we perform the subtraction we got a new number, and that number is called as 0. This number is called as 0. Therefore in this group 0 is not included. Therefore if we make another group including 0, then the new group will be formed as 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 and so on. Another group will be formed, and this group is denoted by capital letter W, and W means whole numbers. म्हणजे W म्हणजे काय? whole number, पूर्ण संख्या. नॅचरल नंबर म्हणजे नैसर्गिक संख्या. नैसर्गिक संख्यांची सुरुवात 1 पासून होते आणि त्या असंख्य संख्या आहेत, अनंत संख्या आहेत, पण त्याच्यामध्ये शून्याचा त्या ठिकाणी आपल्याला समावेश झालेला दिसत नव्हता. आणि मग जेव्हा आपण वजाबाकी ही क्रिया त्या गटावर केली तर तेव्हा आपल्याला 0 ही सुद्धा एक नवीन संख्या आहे, मग ती संख्या नवीन ऍड करून नवीन एक ग्रुप तयार केला तर त्या ग्रुपला आपण W हे नाव दिलं. W म्हणजे होल नंबर, आणि होल नंबर्स किंवा त्यालाच मराठीमध्ये आपण पूर्ण संख्या असं सुद्धा म्हणतो. परत या होल नंबर्सवर आपण ॲडिशन, मल्टिप्लिकेशन, सबट्रॅक्शन या क्रिया करून पाहू. When we do the subtraction from lesser number, if we subtract the bigger number from lesser number, then we got a number having sign negative or having minus sign, and this is read as -2. Therefore, there are also many numbers having this sign, and if we add these all numbers in this group, then the group will be enlarged and new group is formed like -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, +1, +2, +3, +4, and so on. This new group is denoted by capital letter I, and these numbers are known as integers. जर आपण या होल नंबर्सवर सबट्रॅक्शन हे ऑपरेशन वापरलं आणि लहान संख्येतून मोठी संख्या वजा केली, तर तेव्हा आपल्याला जे उत्तर मिळतं ते अशा पद्धतीने निगेटिव्ह संख्या उत्तर म्हणून मिळतात. म्हणजे आतापर्यंत आपण फक्त पॉझिटिव्ह नंबर्स आणि झिरोचा विचार करत होतो, पण त्या ठिकाणी निगेटिव्ह नंबर्स सुद्धा आहे, त्यांच्या सुद्धा आपल्याला दखल घ्यावी लागेल. आणि मग त्या सर्व निगेटिव्ह नंबर्स, सर्व पॉझिटिव्ह नंबर्स आणि झिरो यांचा सगळ्यांचा मिळून जर आपण एक नवीन ग्रुप तयार केला आणि त्या ग्रुपला जर आपण नाव दिलं कॅपिटल आय, तर त्या नवीन तयार झालेल्या ग्रुपमधल्या ज्या काही संख्या असतात त्यांना इंटिजर्स म्हणतात. मराठीमध्ये त्यांना पूर्णांक संख्या असे म्हणतात. मग आता आपण नॅचरल नंबर, होल नंबर आणि इंटिजर्स पर्यंत आलो. आता यांच्यावर जर आपण डिव्हिजन हे ऑपरेशन वापरलं, तर कोणत्याही दोन नॅचरल नंबर्सचा, कोणत्याही दोन होल नंबर्सचा किंवा कोणत्याही दोन इंटिजर्सचा आपण डिव्हिजन केलं, ऑल द नॅचरल नंबर्स आर इन्क्लुडेड इन होल नंबर, ऑल द होल नंबर्स आर इन्क्लुडेड इन integers, therefore these all numbers are included in integers, therefore integer is the biggest group so far. Now if we perform the division on these numbers, if we take any two number, suppose 8 divided by 4, then we got the answer 2, and 2 is also natural number, it is also whole number, it is also integer. Then if we do the division operation like 8 divided by 4, we have no difficulty. But if we do the division like 8 upon 3, 8 divided by 3, then the answer is not found in the form of natural number or in the form of whole number or in the form of integer. The answer remains same. 8 divided by 3 means 8 divided by 3, means this number is not written in a single line. It is written in the form of numerator and denominator, and therefore these types of numbers are called as rational numbers. These types of numbers are called as rational numbers. Therefore the definition of rational number is, we define the rational number as the number, rational number is defined as the number of the form m upon n and m and n are integers and n is not equal to 0, then the number m upon n is called as a rational number. Means what? Suppose we take any number 15 upon 7. What is here? This is integer, This is also integer which is not equal to 0. And if we divide 15 by 7, then the fraction remains as it is 15 by 7. Therefore, this fraction is known as rational number. Therefore, another definition of rational number is defined as the name itself defines its identity, that rational contain ratio. The name rational is made up of a word ratio. That means rational number is also called as a ratio or a fraction. Ratio or a fraction. Therefore, the rational number can be defined as ratio or a fraction of any two integers, whether it is positive integers, whether they are negative integers. But remember one thing, the denominator does not contain 0. मग रॅशनल नंबर म्हणजे काय, तर रॅशनल नंबर म्हणजे जी संख्या अशा पद्धतीने अपूर्णांकाच्या स्वरूपात रेशोच्या स्वरूपात लिहिता येते, न्यूमरेटर आणि डिनॉमिनेटरच्या स्वरूपात लिहिता येते, अशा संख्येला रॅशनल नंबर असे म्हणतात. आणि रॅशनल हा शब्द रेशो या शब्दापासून बनलेला आहे. म्हणून आपण रेशो किंवा फ्रॅक्शन, ज्या नंबरमध्ये रेशो किंवा फ्रॅक्शन आपल्याला दिसत असतील, म्हणजे न्यूमरेटर आणि डिनॉमिनेटर दिसत असतील, अशा नंबरला आपण रॅशनल नंबर असं म्हणू शकतो. नाउ नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज हाउ टू शो रॅशनल नंबर ऑन अ नंबर लाइन. So let us study about how to show rational number on number line. So first let us draw a number line. This is called as a number line. The number line contains 0 at the center, positive numbers on the right side and negative numbers on the left side. And now suppose we have to show the numbers 5 upon 3, 7, minus 7 upon 3 and 3 are to be shown on the number line. So first of all, if both the numbers have same denominator 3, then we have to perform a small activity, that every unit distance is divided into 3 same part. Divide each unit distance into 3 equal part. आपल्याला 5 upon 3, 3 आणि -7 upon 3 हे तीन नंबर्स नंबर लाईनवर डिनोट करायचे, दाखवायचे. त्याच्यासाठी आपण अगोदर नंबर लाईनवर जे युनिट डिस्टन्स होतं त्या प्रत्येक युनिट डिस्टन्सचे 3 समान भाग करून घेतले. आणि आता 0 पासून उजव्या बाजूला प्रत्येक युनिट डिस्टन्सला आपण नंबर देऊन देऊ. 0 नंतर पुढचा जो पहिला भाग आहे त्याला 1 नंबर दिला, पुढच्या भागाला 2 नंबर दिला, त्याच्या पुढच्या भागाला 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this 8, this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Similarly on left hand side, this is first part, therefore this is 1, but it is on negative side, therefore -1. This is also -2, this is -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12. This part is -13, -14 and -15. Now out of the 3 part, this is first part, therefore the denominator is 3. Each number having the denominator 3, therefore 1 upon 3, 2 upon 3, 14 upon 3 and 15 upon 3. Why 3 is given? Because we have divide unit distance in 3 equal part, therefore denominator is 3. Similarly on left hand side, denominator is 3, so -1 upon 3, -2 upon 3, -8 upon 3, -9 upon 3 and so on. Now search the numbers that we have given. First one is 5 upon 3. Now this is 1 upon 3, 2 upon 3, 3 upon 3, 4 upon 3 and this number is 5 upon 3. Therefore point A shows the given number 5 upon 3. Again next number is 3 upon 1 means just 3. So point B shows the number 3. Next number is -7 upon 3. Therefore now the sign is negative. Therefore the number lies on the left hand side of the 0. So search here. This is minus 7 upon 3. Therefore point C shows the number minus 7 upon 3. In this way we can easily show any rational number on a number line. For this we have take some examples in practice set 1.1.
Let's solve practice set 1.1. First question, show the following numbers on a number line. Draw a separate number line for each example. First example is 3 upon 2, 5 upon 2 and minus 3 upon 2. Therefore the answer is, the given numbers are 3 upon 2, 5 upon 2 and minus 3 upon 2. To represent this number, first of all we have to draw a number line like this. Then observe each number. We have seen that each number having the denominator 2, that is we have to divide each unit distance into two equal parts like this and giving the numbers on each part like 1 upon 2, 2 upon 2, 3 upon 2, 4 upon 2, 5 upon 2 and so on. Now the first number is 3 upon 2. Search it on a number line. Here it is the number 3 upon 2. Therefore point A shows the number 3 upon 2. Next number is 5 upon 2. Again we have to search the given number 5 upon 2 and we have find it. Therefore point B denotes the number 5 upon 2. Next number is minus 3 upon 2. Obviously it is on the left hand side. Then we have searched it minus 3 upon 2. Therefore point C shows the number minus 3 upon 2. Similarly, next example, example number 2. The given numbers are 7 upon 5, minus 2 upon 5 and minus 4 upon 5. Therefore each number has the denominator 5. To represent this number we have to draw a number line again. So let's draw a number line. Again divide each part of a unit distance into 5 equal parts because the denominator of each number is 5. Therefore divide it and give the numbering to each equal part as 1 upon 5, 2 upon 5, 3 upon 5, 4 upon 5 and so on. Now the first number is 7 upon 5. Therefore search it on a number line. Here it is the number 7 upon 5. Therefore point M indicates the number 7 upon 5. Next number is minus 2 upon 5. Obviously it has a negative sign, therefore it is on the left hand side to the 0. Therefore this number is minus 2 upon 5. Point N indicates the number point minus 2 upon 5. Next number is minus 4 upon 5. Here it is the number minus 4 upon 5. Therefore point P denotes the number minus 4 upon 5. Next example, question number 2. Observe the line and answer the questions below. In the given example we have seen that one number line is there and some questions below the number line. The first question is, which number is indicated by point B? So let's search point B. Here it is point B. Count the position of a point B from 0. Then we have seen that point B indicates the number minus 10 upon 4 because point B lies to the left hand side of a 0. Therefore it indicates the negative number minus 10 upon 4. If we reduce the number minus 10 upon 4, then we get a number minus 5 upon 2. Therefore point B indicates the number minus 5 upon 2. Next question is, which point indicates the number 1 and 3 upon 4? Now what is meant by 1 and 3 upon 4? One whole and then third part out of the fourth part, means one whole and then third part of the fourth part. Therefore if we observe the number line, then F point indicates the number 1, and after that third part, here it is. Therefore point C indicates the number 1 and 3 upon 4. Therefore 1 and 3 upon 4 means 7 upon 4. Therefore the point C indicates the number 1 and 3 upon 4. Next question is, state whether the statement the point D denotes the number 5 upon 2 is true or false. Therefore 5 upon 2, first of all search the point D and then count the numbers. Then we have search the point D. Here it is point D. Therefore the point D denotes the number 10 upon 4. After reducing the number 10 upon 4 we get 5 upon 2. Therefore the statement is true. That is, the point D denotes the number 5 upon 2 is true. Okay. In this way we have solved the practice set 1.1. Thank you.